everybody. My name's Rosemary Edwards. Like most of us today, I come from a long family history of health problems that I thought were never going to affect me. 2 years ago, in my early 50s, genetics finally caught up with me. I was diagnosed with high blood pressure, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. I'm determined to be healthy again. Join me with my family and friends as I journey towards a healthier lifestyle and new ways of cooking from the heart. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Cooking from the Heart. I'm Rosemary Edwards, and I'm cooking for my daughter this morning. My husband and my son-in-law, her husband, are out of town on business, and she's been cooking up a storm for me the last few days. So I'm going to surprise her with a nice breakfast with apple crepes. So let's get started here, and I'm going to try and get done here before she gets up. So first, we're going to do about a tablespoon of 50% less fat butter. We put a little bit of cinnamon and nutmeg in here. We're just going to stir it up and let it melt a little bit. The cinnamon, mix it up in with the butter here. And just pour a little bit of real vanilla. I would say probably about a teaspoon. Just mix that up. And I've already cored and cubed 3 apples, 3 different varieties, the delicious red, the granny, and the golden. And we talked about in the other episode where we did some applesauce, that it's, for some reason, you know, we have problems sometimes having our family eat the apples. They eat all the other fruits. So I've come up with all these recipes, and I hope you'll keep watching to see what I'm doing with all the apples, and it really is working. They're loving that. So we're just going to let that on, and I put that on high, and we're just going to let it reduce here, get the apples little, not too soft, because we're going to put it in the microwave in a little bit after we're done doing up the crepes and let them get a little warm. So we'll let that go there. And what I've done is, this is just a really simple breakfast, but it's one of her favorites. We've got prepared crepes. At some point, I hope that I'll learn how to make them on my own. But for right now, we're buying them at the store, and these are very nice. And of course, they're perfect little crepes here, and you get about 8 of them in a package, and you can buy those in, you know, at any grocery store. Let's go ahead and put the ricotta and just get these going. And spread it out. I always, they tease me, it's about like making tamales here. Spread it out. And, you know, maybe not too much in here. I've made them sometimes where I've put a little bit too much. And now to sweeten it, because we don't have, I don't put a whole lot of sugar in anything now. I kind of let everybody do. I'm going to put a little bit of honey and pour it right in with the ricotta to just give it a little bit of sweet cross there. Stir the apples. And that looks good. They're getting there. I'm, as I said, you know, in several other episodes, I'm really working at trying to hopefully be one of the hosts that's getting smaller instead of getting bigger as I'm cooking here. And I'm proud to say that as of maybe 2 months ago when we started doing this and I started cooking more at home here, I've lost 12 pounds. So it is working. And you know, hopefully you'll see the results as we go along here, and you'll keep watching the show. We're going to have a lot of special guests coming in, more of my family members, my brother who happens to be a chef. I have a friend that's coming that's going to cook with apples and do some great desserts for us. And so we will have some professionals on, and my doctors are all going to talk about my diagnosis and and dealing with heart disease and diabetes and high blood pressure. So I'm really excited about them agreeing to come on board. So let's go ahead and fold this up. Put it on a plate here. And again, I'm trying to keep all the meals that we're doing on the show fairly simple. It doesn't take but a few minutes, and you've got a nice, hearty, delicious, and healthy meal on the go here. If you've got a busy lifestyle like we do, I'm just trying to keep it as simple as I can. There we go. And what I'm going to do is put it in the microwave for a few minutes. Now, if you want to, you could doctor up the ricotta and put sugar in it. If you have family members that just aren't, want everything, a little bit sweeter, you could put a little more. I put honey in it. There's substitute sugars out there that if you wanted to drizzle, a little bit of the substitute sugars or real sugar on with the ricotta, that's fine too, to sweeten up the crepe up a little bit. But for the most part, I think it's plenty sweet for me anyway. But it may not be sweet enough for some of your family members. Oh, smell great. That's cinnamon with the apple. All right, so now we're just going to doctor it up, and I'm going to put a little bit of whipped cream, and it's going to melt on there. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drizzle just a little bit more honey on the top. There we go. And then some strawberries. Still looks pretty. And walnuts, because supposedly walnuts help reduce blood sugars. So I'm using a lot of cinnamon, and actually cinnamon is another ingredient that they say helps with blood sugars. And then a little powdered sugar, just drizzle on the top, just for looks there. Okay, let's take a taste. Delicious. Thank you everybody for watching Cooking from the Heart.